Hi everybody. Today we are doing upper body mostly and back and TVA as always. I will use 2 blocks today later in the workout, so if you have those that would be awesome. Otherwise, if you don't have blocks, maybe like some sort of thick books would work. We'll do the trick. Let's see. And we'll start with a warm-up for our wrists today. So let's find a tabletop. And for the first one, we may have done it before. We will be lifting and lowering just the heel of the palm, as I call it. So just this part comes off the mat, and the knuckles of all these fingers, they stay down. The thumb will also lift off. And as we lift and lower here, you will start noticing that this part of your forearm is working. The muscles are getting activated. If you want more load, you can walk the hands closer to your knees. And if you want less load, you can walk them further away. So more load, more sensation, less load, less sensation. I'll keep mine just underneath the shoulders. And you can work here with your own speed. You can go fast, you can go slow, doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you start feeling the forearm muscles feeding your wrist. And maybe 20, maybe 30 repetitions would be enough. I'm starting to feeling it now, so probably so do you. And maybe let's do 3 more here. And after that, turn your right palm facing your knees. Your left keeps pointing forward. And then bend the right elbow and stretch the forearm a little bit. Bend the right elbow. Again, the heel of the wrist comes off the mat. And come back. The goal is to feel the stretch here. We'll do 5 to 10 on each side. You can go again with your own pace. And it doesn't matter how much you bend the elbow. What matters is what you feel. And you should be feeling nice stretch on the forearm. And then flip the left palm facing towards your knees, the right palm facing forward, and we'll do the other side. Let's do a couple more. Preparing the wrist for loading. Good. Maybe shake it all off. And next thing we'll do, tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under thighs, under your hips. Curl your toes under. And on the exhale, find your neutral spine, engage your pelvic floor, your TVA, so your abdominal muscles in and up towards the spine. Round slightly between your shoulder blades, so your core is active. Exhale and lift the knees off the mat. And hold them there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Let's do it again, but next time you lift off, we'll be dipping one knee at a time. So make a tiny twist to the left and dip your right knee. Then make a tiny twist towards the right and dip your left knee. And keep going like this for 10 repetitions. Exhale and dip. Inhale to center, exhale, dip. Inhale to center, exhale, dip. 5, 6, 4 more, and try to keep your pelvic floor and your TVA engaged the whole time, at least to some extent. If you lose that engagement, you can lower down. Inhale, relax. Exhale, find that engagement, lift off, and keep going. So let's do 4 more here. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then maybe take a break in your puppy pose or in your child's pose, just a brief break before we continue. Come back to your hands and knees, and for the next exercise, bring your feet forward, bend the knees, palms are pointing out here. So bring the knees as close to your bum as you can, and the hands also as close to your bum as you can. And this one is for the shoulders. So as you exhale, try to lower the knees, bring them forward and lower them towards the floor. You will feel stretch both in your quads and in your shoulders. So it's not so much about bringing the knees all the way down as, again, feeling your sensations. Shoulders are getting a nice stretch, and there shouldn't be much weight on your wrists here because you're shifting your weight forward, your knees lowering down. And quads are getting some stretch. You can also walk the feet further away from you. This way it will be even harder to bring the knees down. Don't worry about engaging your pelvic floor here too much. This is just for the upper body stretch more than anything. Let's do a couple more. If you like that quad stretch, you can bring the palms as close to your bum as possible, and then it will be possible to lower the knees down. So it's about how far away your hands are from your body. But again, nothing is mandatory. All I want you to feel more than anything is the stretch for your shoulders. I'm not too worried about your quads. Good. And now we're going to be doing some reverse planks. So that's why I wanted to have the blocks today. Another option, actually, if you don't have the blocks, or if the reverse tabletop reverse plank is too much for you, for now you can use the chair like we were using it in other workouts, or even a sofa or a couch could work too. So working here, lifting and lowering, totally legit. Yeah. But if you want to try it with the blocks, that's a little harder, it's a little more intense. But blocks also help to elevate your body a little bit and make it a bit more accessible, and you can choose the height that works for you, but obviously like the lower one is more stable one. So I like to do it at this height, and then bring your feet down, knees are bent, hands underneath, wrists underneath your shoulders, and on the exhale, lift up into your reverse plank. Inhale, lower. So we'll be lifting and lowering 10 times. And remember on the exhale to engage your pelvic floor, engage your TVA, engage your glutes. Your glutes are pushing you up and your hamstrings are pushing you up into this tabletop, yeah? Here you can completely relax on the inhale. And as you exhale, again, pelvic floor in and up, TVA engaged, everything hugging towards the midline. And let's do 5 more like this. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Brace yourself. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now to take a break, you can extend the legs, reach forward, maybe bend your knees, and grab your big toes. You can relax your upper body, give your shoulders a little break. It doesn't matter if your knees are bent, but your glutes and your hamstrings are resting and stretching here in any case. After you take a break, we'll do another reverse plank, only this time we'll hold it. And we'll try to hold it for about 20 or 30 seconds, whatever there is available there for you today. Inhale here, and exhale. Pelvic floor in and up, engage TVA, press yourself higher, glutes are active, hamstrings are fired up, and hold. Again, doing it with a chair or a sofa can be totally acceptable, especially while you're building the strength to hold this plank. You can drop the head if that's comfortable for you. Choose what works better for your neck. What I want to say is that if you do this exercise regularly, you will quickly build strength to hold this plank longer. And we can even do the experiment by doing it every day for maybe to start off with just 10-15 seconds and slowly building up to 20-30 seconds, maybe a minute. And again, you can start with a chair and slowly make your way into something more challenging like this one. Okay, you can relax now. The glutes are probably tired, and so are your arms, so you can extend forward and take another break in your Paschimottanasana, your forward fold. And you can even pause the video and make this break as long as you need to. And whenever you're ready to come back, I'll meet you in down dog. So bend your knees, find your down dog, and you can lift and lower one heel at a time. Push the ground away with your arms, bend the knees as much as you need to, bring your belly towards your thighs. Alright, from down dog we'll do this exercise called lolasana step up. I'll explain it to you, give it a try. If it's too much, you can stay in down dog. This is also a great way to build upper body strength and work your TVA and pelvic floor. So the way we do lolasana is step your right foot forward, bring it on the top of your foot, and then step your left foot towards right. Come back, left, right. Now start with the left foot forward. Left foot on your, just like a ballerina, kind of, no, not even ballerina, I don't know what to call it. Exhale and bring the other foot towards you. See how when I'm standing here, my shoulders are past my wrists. So this might be a lot for the wrists. If it is, like I say, don't bring your weight, or try not bringing your weight that far. Another thing is, if this is too much for the toes, which it might be, or just uncomfortable, then instead of bringing your toes in this weird shape, you can just step your foot normally forward on the tippy toes. Right, left, and then back, and then again left, right, and then back. So the closer you step your feet towards your arms, right, towards your hands, and the more you bring the weight forward where your shoulders are past your wrist, the more intense it is for the wrists. So you can just work even here, without making too big of a step. Every time you make a step forward, what happens is that you need to work with your compression strength in your belly. So you exhale, lift pelvic floor in and up, TVA engage. See how everything here hangs towards the midline as you step up on the exhale. And then come back on the inhale and you can relax. Take a break if you need to. And then again, and when you get ready, exhale, step up, and step back. If you need a break at any moment, you can lower down into your child's pose. Take all the time you need. I'll just show you one more time how it looks like in a full version. You can look forward, and on the exhale, step your right forward, and then left, and then back. And then again, left, right, and then back. All right, take a break, lower the knees down, find your malasana, and bring your wrists in this reverse prayer shape to give them a little break. And remember, you can always bring a block underneath your seat to enjoy your lolasana here. Good. I have one more for you. And this one is also for compression strength. Kind of great to build upper body strength, and if you want to learn how to do handstands one day, this is a great exercise. You can bring the blocks with you. Makes it a little bit more accessible. So you plant your hands on the blocks, stand in your uttanasana, forward fold. If you need to bring them in higher setting, do that. What I want you to try and do here, on the exhale, you bring the right toe towards the right block. And then come back. Inhale here, exhale, left toe towards left block. And keep going like this. Inhale, rest, and you can relax everything, including your pelvic floor and TVA. And exhale, tap the toe to the block. Okay? So this is stage one. If this is too easy, then you can do it without the blocks. Now this is a little harder, but if you want to try it, press your hands down, and it's again like a kind of like, not quite like uttanasana, the hands are a little bit more forward. And as you exhale, bring your toes to your wrist. Inhale back, exhale, tip the toes to the wrist. Inhale, relax, exhale, and compress everything towards the midline, and bring the toe to the wrist. Let's do, 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then you can find again your uttanasana. If you want your blocks, build yourself a little bench and seat. Maybe again find your reverse spray to give your wrist a little break. Thank you for joining me today. See you next time.